Hey, it's Shelley from Best Buy Canada's blog. Over the past few months, my husband has been wearing the Garmin Forerunner 245 Music. He is a avid mountain biker and cyclist, and he wanted a GPS watch that would track all of his activities, give him a heart rate monitor, and have music storage. The Garmin Forerunner 245 Music does all of that and more, and in fact, it does so much that it was very difficult to write a quick review on it because it has so many features. Great looking fitness watch. It's very easy to wear. The strap doesn't chafe or anything when you're wearing it. It doesn't ever irritate. It looks great on a man's wrist as well as a woman's wrist. It looks a little bit bigger on me, but I like a large watch face. It has 3 buttons on one side of the watch and 2 on the other, and you use these buttons to activate the backlight if you aren't using it on a regular basis. My husband doesn't like to have the backlight on all the time, but you can also scroll through your activities, choose a new activity, and stop an activity. The options on this watch are numerous, as I mentioned, so you can see your zones while you're working out. You can see your duration, pace, distance. You can stop and start. Your heart rate will appear on there, and you can upload and sync all of that to the Garmin Connect app. But the thing is you don't need to. You can see your map, given that it has a built-in GPS, and you can see everything right on the watch. It will track everything from running to biking to cycling to yoga. It will track you if you're indoors or outdoors. Some fitness watches will only let you add new activities through the app and then you have to sync them, but with the Garmin Forerunner 245 Music, you can add them right on the watch. It does all of the basic things like let you change your watch face, so you can see a few different watch faces there and you can add new ones. It has an alarm clock. It has all of the general watch features, timers, and it shows you a history of everything. One of the main differences between the Garmin 245 Music and the Garmin 245 is that it has built-in Wi-Fi. So you can connect to your home's network and you can download the apps or you can sync your music. Where this watch gets intense is when you go into your performance stats and your health stats. That's where you start to see how you perform when you're outside doing your favorite activities. So whether that's running or biking or cycling, you will see exactly how you are performing and you can get some very detailed analysis. This is one of the very few watches that I have seen that offers you your pulse ox. You can get a VO2 max reading so you can see how your body is performing during a workout, and you can also get your heart rate. Because the Garmin Forerunner 245 Music has built-in GPS, it doesn't tether to your phone, it has its own GPS. You can see maps of your workout as well as navigation and different stats right on the watch. So here's a look at the heart rate on the Garmin 245 Music. You can see all of your heart rate data right on the watch. So you can see your resting heart rate as well as your heart rate when you're under stress or your heart rate when you're working out. And you can see the different heart rate zones right on the watch. If you'd just like to see basic activity tracking, it will show you your steps, your distance, as well as your calories burned. To measure your pulse ox, you just have to stand still and it takes about a minute and then it will give you your pulse ox. This is a really, really good thing to know, not only when you're exercising, but also just given the past year where if you get sick and you'd like to know what your oxygen levels are in your bloodstream, it will tell you. I really like this feature because my husband has asthma and I'm always concerned about his breathing. So it's a good thing to know and it does track your pulse ox over time within the Garmin app. So all of your data is synced up to the Garmin Connect app, and once you have your data uploaded, you can see even more detailed statistics. So given that you have onboard GPS with this watch, you'll be able to see everything from your stride to how often you hit the ground, your pace, and all sorts of different running data that's very specific to running. If you're riding your bike, you can see your cadence. It's very detailed, and that works to not only motivate you, but also to let you see visually that you're improving over time. So even if you're working out all the time and it feels like you're never getting anywhere, you can see that you are actually improving via all of the statistics in the Garmin Connect app. You can add friends to this app so you can do challenges together. You can set up training plans. There is a portion of the app called Garmin Coach, and you can use that coach right on your wrist so you can walk yourself through training plans of like sit-ups or workouts right on your wrist, and it will show you and give you the reps that you need to do, and you don't need an extra app to do it. You just look down and follow the workout and it tracks everything for you. The Garmin Forerunner 245 Music will also track your sleep, so you'll get an idea of how well you're sleeping, how much REM sleep you're getting, and just an overall picture of what kind of rest you're getting during the day. It does take a lot of this information and it compiles it into your body battery reading, which is an interesting mix of stress and heart rate, and shows you your energy levels. So if you have a low energy level according to your body battery, then maybe you want to get out and have less of a workout that day than if you had a high energy level. The Garmin 245 Music will track your VO2 max, so you will see exactly how fit you really are. And it says that my husband has a VO2 max of 49 and the fitness age of a 20-year-old, which he was pretty happy about. Here's a look at the workouts that you can choose and use with the Garmin 245 Music. They're good motivators if you can't figure out what you'd like to do that day. You just scroll through and pick one. They're especially useful if you've never cross-trained or you've never worked out with weights, because they'll detail exactly what you need to do and for how long. Could scroll through the Garmin Connect app for a long time looking at your stats, and it gives you different insights, but it's especially good for people who are interested in pushing themselves and performing better than they have before, because you'll see exactly how you're doing over time, and it will show you your pace and everything so that you know what you have to do to correct it to improve. And here's a look at the mapping on the Garmin 245 Music. So you can see the map of where he had been mountain biking right there. You can also see the map right on the watch. So if you scroll through, you can see two different maps right there. The biggest plus of the Garmin Forerunner 245 Music is the onboard music storage. So you can connect to your music provider and it will store 500 songs right on the watch. Once you have connected, you can use Bluetooth earbuds or headphones to listen to your music, and that means that you can leave your phone behind when you're working out. That's a great option for my husband, who has already destroyed two iPhones just because he had them in his pocket and landed on them while he was biking. You control the media player just by tapping the buttons on the watch. There is a lot to love about this watch. It is the one fitness watch that my husband has worn over the past couple of years that people have always asked about and asked what type it was. And it does track everything very accurately. The only downside to this watch for my husband is that it doesn't have a built-in altimeter. And that means that it will give him an estimate of his elevation, but it will not track elevation in real time. This watch will connect to Strava to upload his workouts so he can see how much elevation he did gain that day, but he does like to see it while he's working out. Because of that, he will use his Garmin bike computer in addition to the watch just to track the elevation. So that's it for my look at the Garmin Forerunner 245 Music. Check out Best Buy's blog for my full written review as well as other photos. Thanks for watching.